Hi everybody, Kyle Austin at mob.com here at Breslin Center after Michigan State's 111-61 win over Cleveland State. Here's my three big takeaways, and spoiler alert, they're all good. A 50-point win for Michigan State. Really arguably the most impressive performance of the season, especially offensively, winning by 61 points. First takeaway, the first half is about as good of a half of basketball as you'll see for Michigan State. They're up 38 points at the half. They scored 63. Which is believed to be a record for any team under time measure for points and a half. Shot 70+% from the field. Shot great from, I think, 69% from three-point range. Defended well, especially in the interior, and really about as well as you can draw it up. I mean, everybody seemed to be clicking. Really no down points. I mean, 14 assists, 3 turnovers. So really, if you could draw up, I mean, almost a perfect half for this team. They really just played it. And part of that is Cleveland State obviously is not great, but I think this is really Michigan State putting it all together for 20 minutes as well as they have. They dropped off a little bit in the second half, but not a lot. But really as good of a half of basketball as I've seen this team play, or this program play, in a number of years. Takeaway number two, it strikes me a little bit every game, but I think especially today, the balance offensively that this team has. I mean, not only the number of weapons that they have, but everybody's willingness to share it and how well they get everybody involved. I think 6 guys in double figures, 2 guys with 20 points, Josh Langford with 23, Nick Ward with 22. And this was most apparent at the beginning. They make 7 shots to open the game. 6 different guys made those shots. Joshua Langford, I think, was 7 for 8 in the first half. He started out well. Nick Ward did his thing early in the second half. Cassius Winston had a spurt in the second half. Miles Bridges was hot here and there. This team really passes the baton well from one guy. If one guy's hot, they'll get that guy the ball. You can see it. And I think it's most impressive for a guy like Miles Bridges, a guy that really offensively was the guy last year. And he has really been willing. I mean, his numbers have only dipped a little bit, but he really is willing to distribute the ball. He told me afterward in the locker room, but he likes getting assists. He wants to get more. He really seems to get joy out of other guys doing well too, and I think that's a rare thing for a player of his caliber. So, I think it speaks a lot to this team how well it shares the ball. There doesn't seem to be a lot of selfishness, and I think that was pretty apparent tonight. And then takeaway number 3, this team obviously isn't showing any signs of slowing down. 3 straight wins by 40+ points. Yeah, the competition level is what it is, but no matter who you're playing, that's going to be pretty impressive. You're still playing Division I basketball teams that are coming in trying to play the number 2 team in the country and knock them off. And Michigan State is just demolishing them. 12 straight now. They're winning by an average of 20 points a game during that stretch. And really, they got their last non-conference game on Sunday against Savannah State. And then next week it's Maryland to open the rest of the Big Ten play after their 2 early games. And really, it's hard to imagine them having much more momentum than this going in. Obviously the competition level is going to step up, but it's hard to see them at this point, barring some sort of collapse on Sunday. And Savannah State, on paper, is the worst team they're going to play this year. So barring something totally unexpected on Sunday, Michigan State is going to go into Big Ten play with as much momentum as I can ever remember them having going into Big Ten play. And given what we've seen out of the Big Ten this non-conference season, which is not a lot, they should be far and away the favorites. Certainly a lot can happen in the next couple of months, but they should be as big of favorites as they've been in recent memory to win the Big Ten. So that'll be next week, Savannah State on Sunday. But for now, after Michigan State's 50-point win over Cleveland State, I'm Kyle Austin. Check mlive.com/Spartans for all your coverage.